Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mimosa Hotline, where every Thursday, Ronnie Bartles and myself, Ashley Rhoda, go live for our passion project called Mimosa Hotline. And for the first time ever on National BFF Day, happy Mimosa Hotline Best. For those of you that have been around a while, you know that we have this cute little thing where we have designed this whole show around mimosas, yet have never had a mimosa on said show. And due to today's topics, it's needed, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers. I know we have to make eye contact and all the things.
Okay, that made it weird.
Yeah, that was too much. I'll take that back. All right, let me do my little thing over here, get our comments, because I think we have a viewer, which I'm already scared. But yeah, anyhow.
It's all right. You good?
Hand it back. Okay, cool. Okay. So we've got the chat box open. Join us live on the replay. By the way, shout out to our viewers who have been keeping tabs on us in the replay. We don't know you're around, but I know. This morning we had oh my gosh, I'm spacing names. Oh meow. Who was just telling us? He's like, look what I found. I found mimosa. Like he found the sign for mimosas, and he was like, I'm thinking of you girls.
Oh,
why can't I think? Yes, thank you, Bill Cohen. Oh my gosh, sorry. Sorry,
that
Bill.
Was so sweet and cute. I loved that this morning.
I know. That made my whole day. I don't know where. Okay, so one of our humans, our viewers, our people, Bill Cohen, shout out to you. Thanks for watching us. I honestly didn't know he watched. He's one of my.
He was on the show, so.
Well, true. I get, you know what, after 41 episodes and too many of these, maybe I can't remember anything today. So yes, true.
But no, yes.
Like to still be watching, I guess is what I mean. Yeah. And then he's out and about in his normal everyday life, sees this like sign for mimosas and sends us a picture this morning. It's like,
thinking of you
girls. I was like, yes.
That's so cute and sweet. That made my morning for sure.
Mine too. Like we will take more of that. If anyone wants to hashtag Mimosa Hotline and pin us wherever you are in things.
Yeah.
We're here for it.
Yes, for sure. But that was
also sweet. Nakia Gray. Like, can we talk about the powerhouse we had on last time?
Holy moly. I love her.
Girl crush. Professional crush. Like all of the things.
All of them.
She's so good.
I want to have real mimosas with her.
Oh yeah, I want to be like in her circle, in the know.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, she might make me join TikTok.
I hate to say it out loud, but me too.
I know, right? She's talking about TikTok, and I'm like, I really want to see this.
I know. I can't believe you just said that out loud. Because when we were doing her credits, you know how we gave the profile and all, like her website and things in the TikTok, I looked at it and I was like, maybe.
I know.
Maybe it's
time. I've been in like that conviction of I'm not joining because I don't need another vice. But
I don't want anything to do with it, yet at the same time, if she's there, then I have to like readjust my entire thought process of it, because if people like that are there, then like I may have been wrong.
Well, I mean, yeah. It might not be around for much longer anyway, so we'll see.
I mean, grab your data, download that stuff, and make sure you can put it somewhere else. So hopefully these people are repurposing their content, and it's lost to the void. But
pull that content, because there's already been a state that has banned it for everybody.
Love. Okay, Montana. Well, and also can probably talk about that with the intellectual property law.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Like, there's a lot to it, but yeah, Montana has banned not only, the government has banned it from government devices, which you shouldn't really have that on your work device anyway, but they have actually, I'm pretty sure it's Montana, has outlawed TikTok for everybody. You cannot download it if you are a resident of that state.
Interesting.
Or in an IP that's in that state.
Yeah, the world's interesting, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's not the topic that we were going to have for today, but I did want to at least mention that because it
no,
is a legit thing. Like,
no, it's legit. Yeah. And
pull
there's
your at least don't pull your content from it. Just make sure you have it someplace
back it up,
else.
back it
Yeah,
up, purpose it. You just, yeah,
yeah, because
more assets and like,
because if the U.S. government has their way, you will lose it.
yeah. So
There you go.
no, I did. I did look at think and I thought about
I
that.
know 100%. She was like, I was like,
No. I will
will-
say sometimes
love
I'm
her.
almost like jealous of my own connections of people, like knowing you, knowing her, knowing people like Uma, knowing the other guests that are going to be on the show, all the things, even the clients. Sometimes I'm just like, how am I so lucky that I know these badass people? But it's also like, I know I'm at the table too, but at the same time, like, do you ever do that? You're just like, damn, I know some amazing people. Like, wow.
Well, how do I belong here? You know, like
Totally. Like,
you know, you get into that self-sabotage, imposter syndrome.
I just show up looking cute and I'm like, I'm good. I'm here to look cute. I'll make it. We're good. We're good.
I'll make it work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, I loved her. I hope she comes back one day and wants to hang out with us.
I think we just need to have a call with her, as we were already talking about, but for everyone else
Sure.
that doesn't have conversations that happen way too often. Yeah. Need to have her back because we are also thinking about expanding Mimosa Hotline in new ways. So we should probably talk about that and tell them what's up and why. Guys, today's kind of my sacrificial lamb day. It's my day to share kind of what I've been going through, what I've been transitioning through, reincarnating through. And one of the things that we've been doing is a month of pretty much daily conversations between Ronnie and I of things that are going on. But the big thing was Mimosa Hotline. As I explain my contribution to the show and like what's going on, you'll understand this, but we have decided that we want to expand Mimosa Hotline to be bigger than just business. We've come and we've set this up in the intention of being experts and business owners and authorities in our industry to share with you. But like the full truth is the last couple of weeks have been a little off, if you noticed, because things in our lives were going on. Ronnie's been really sick physically. I've been sick mentally, spiritually, the other ways. And it was hard to like bring all of us and like, what do we talk about and how do we talk about things? And so we realized like the truth is we are more than just our business. We are more than just the experts. We're also best friends, women, living life, adulting in this wild scenery. And so some things are coming up. So one thing I just want to plug myself because I have a mimosa, I might as well, is we don't need to rebrand because when branding is done correctly, it should encompass a philosophy that can be applied to any different methodology or, you know, execution. We could have a Mimosa Hotline be a dog grooming company. It could be a coffee shop. It could be a business platform. It could be anything. And in truth, it still represents our conversations that Ronnie and I have every Sunday that we were like, we need to not publicize this, but
we need the world to hear it.
Yeah, we wanted the world to hear it because we say some pretty good things, even in our hardest moments. And so that takes me into, I kind of want to bridge this topic today with vulnerability. So I'm going to be very kind of scripted with a few things here, but I have two quotes I want to read to you from Brené Brown that are just important to me right now. The first one is, vulnerability sounds like truth and feels like courage. Comfortable, but they're not weakness. And I love this. I love her so much. And
I love her.
I think I also just screwed that up. Sorry. Sounds like truth and feels like courage. Truth and courage aren't always comfortable, but they are never weakness. There we go. That one. Second is vulnerability is not winning or losing. It's having the courage to show up and be seen when we have no control over the outcome. Now, I'm strategically placing these quotes with you and in your minds because what I want to share next is that I'm in the pursuit of my next incarnation. Now, what does that mean? It means that many people in my life have always said that there is a constant with me, and it's change. My stability is change. I have hunted for the balance and the, equal parts of life, but I'm just a little phoenix and a little chameleon who loves to change all the time in many ways. Now, the truth is, in regards to iconic details, I love what I do. I'm also damn good at it. I love what I do, but I don't love the way I've been doing it. And so I'm actually going to be stepping back from it, in the sense of it will still be its own entity, full, company, available for projects, available for consulting, but I'm no longer hunting for the business or putting my full focus towards it. That being said, I think it's just time for me to explore all of the opportunities that are here in Chicago. And as you know, it's like the third biggest city in the US. So there are tons of opportunities here for me. And I'm detoxing from hustle culture and being soul tired. Ronnie and I've talked about this in past episodes. If you want to know what it is, can I just point out it is 11:11. My time zone is 11:11, which is also the day that I moved to Chicago, November 11th. So it's kind of my number right now.
Mhm.
But I realized, as I said, I love what I do. I don't love the way I'm doing it. So in walking my talk and living life by design, I think that I'm converting a few things. My tattoo of my logo, I'm realizing it's not a tattoo of my logo. It's actually my soul mark. Like, if my mark of my soul was in a tattoo, that's what it is. So I'm reframing, restructuring, and seeing things in a new way. I'm also stepping into my next. And when I say that, I'm looking for opportunities and connections to be me in a bigger way and in a different way, to be honest. If I had to choose between being a creative and being a CEO, I choose creative. It's the bookkeeping, it's the sales, it's the operations. Am I capable? Yeah, but I don't want more of that right now. Like, I would really love someone to just tell me what to do and pay me for it. It sounds very sexy, to be honest. So some of you may hear that as a job, some of you may hear that in different ways, but I'm just here to tell you, like, I'm not doing anything but being more of myself in new ways that are a little bit easier and nicer to myself. I'm also doing a Reiki session tonight to, be a little woo and things, but I'll be staging my house, cleansing the energies, cutting old cords, cutting old ties, and allowing myself the ability to do my next. And so when I'm saying that, I definitely have the values still in me of transformation. I freaking love transformational work, of like, bring me this, I give you that, and you're crying out of happiness. I think it's a vibe. I just believe in iconic details. I think that's the key to life, whether they're people, places, or things, being intentional about the details, I have found is kind of everything. Also integrity. I'm not even going to explain it, just period. Integrity. Okay. For me, this looks like brand strategist, creative director, team lead, kind of doing what I'm doing now, but maybe more in a creative agency base. I really see it as a company culture that I want to be a part of and I want to represent, but I also want to build a reputation for myself of the persona stylist, and in articles and in magazines have like my little title on the front cover that would say, how to identify the details that make you iconic, right? Like, that would be my like cover of Forbes. I do want to be given authority and responsibility and a voice. I think I do well when I have that, and I am an advocate for the people I work with. Also an opportunity to learn, and maybe hybrid. Ronnie has this in some of her clients where she's on site certain days and working from home other days. And it's just a relief to tell you guys what's been going on. It wasn't necessarily an easy decision to call time of death on something that I have been committed to for the last 10 years and has been my calling. And I do want to say this. Thank you to a close friend of mine who reminded me that you can't kill a dream. You can't kill a calling. You can just restructure to be in more alignment with it. And I have to say that was a huge blessing to hear. And I want to thank you, Ronnie. You've been, oh shit.
Don't do that, please.
For just being in my corner. Thank you.
Yeah.
Omwa too. You guys have been awesome. I have not been my full capability, right? And it's really nice to be loved in your bits, even when you're not a whole. And it's just been really great. So thank you. I am excited because it's bloody Chicago, and getting here, everything happens to be better. The food, the lake, the people, like it's just, everything is so great here that I'm excited to see where it takes me. So I just want you all to know, if you are working with me, I do have somehow 3 projects right now I'm working on. So this doesn't affect any of you guys. If you have projects that you still want to bring to me, like, let's do the work. But I want to be transparent in sharing, like, this is my focus is now looking for my next, whatever that looks like. And to be also transparent, I don't know all of the answers right now. I don't know what that looks like. I have updated a resume. I have put myself out on the job posting board. So, you know, single or ready to mingle. Let's do this. But I would love connections. I would love contact. Like if you want to reach out, you want to talk to me, anything like that, I'm open. So I hope, I'm going to put a little baby timeline on this, in the next 30 days. It'd be lovely to find some new connections, new things, and get into my next so I can tell you what I'm doing. But in honor of this show, it has been hard for us to know what is our next. What does this look like? Are we enough if we're only human?
Us.
Yeah. And like, are we a big enough personality that you want to tune into and that you care to follow? And we have egos that say yes. So we're not going anywhere. We're just going to start drinking and bring you it. We're going to bring you the tea. We're going to bring it honestly.
I mean,
so
yeah.
Cat's out of the bag. I'm headed to be the persona stylist in a new way.
Capacity. Yeah.
So I'm going to drink heavily now, but cheers.
Okay. Cheers. Well, I mean, we've obviously had over the past couple of weeks a lot of conversations around this. And to your point, you and I have had a lot of conversations, but I don't know, outside of maybe my parents and my brother, I don't know that I have not talked to a single person in the past 30 days that isn't feeling this in some way, the same kind of feeling. It's the 2023 has been a shit show. Let's just like, I mean, I'm just, for me, like, it's been a real shit show for everybody. And, I think that that's a good point even to make for you. You're not alone in this, like,
which everyone, can you just hear why she's my bestie to say things like this to me? I sometimes feel like I am. And then, you'll share that, like you were talking to 3 of the other clients that are similar. I will say, I'm not schooled enough to say exactly what it is, but astrologically, I know something conjuncted with something, and we're in a new 12-year period. Like we've just entered this clean slate. And I think I hope a lot of us, as Brene Brown said, have the courage to be real with ourselves and look at the facts over the feelings and look at the opportunity in front of you, and don't just settle. Don't live life by default because, well, that's what I've been doing. Like, give yourself an opportunity to find different. You can always, like, what I love about what you say all the time is like, you can always do this again, like come back to it. It doesn't change, like just come back. But it's wildly exciting and horrifying to have such a blank slate of opportunity. Like, that's all I got from that one, but it's just,
and I have done this even in the past 3 years too. I've worked with people, I've kind of blank slated a lot of things, particularly in my business, blank slated a lot of things, and, have been very just open to whatever kind of comes along. And also though, have gotten paralyzed in the blank slate. Yeah. Like at that point, then there is a point where you're like, okay, well now every opportunity is open to me and I don't know how to make a choice now because now I have decision fatigue.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I thought, what you shared with me just yesterday with like thinking of the person, if you want to share that, I can say my part of that. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay. I love when I do this to our people. Sorry. basically the idea that you were saying, you know, some of the people could find that they're waiting for, you know, someone to swoop in and fix it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. We talked about a lot of stuff.
Oh, I know.
I needed a little bit of a reminder.
My bad.
Sorry. No, now I'm good. This is, I've talked to a client about that's expressed this to me. And when she said it even to me, I was like, fuck, I can't unsee that now. Like I kind of I'm doing that, like this kind of concept of, in her case, or even in my case, that like somebody just swoops in and like takes care of it and I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I'm going to talk about me in this experience, in that I have spent the last 23 years in a position. Sorry, Olivia. This is what happens. Sorry. I spent the last 23 years being responsible for everybody and everything. And I'm really tired. And, it kind of gives you that sense of when you're that responsible for your life and other people's lives and pets, like you get really tired and you get to that point. And I mean, I'm 46 now. I'm like, is this it? Like, is this the rest of my life that it's going to be like this? And I'm going to be responsible for everybody. And I'm tired. And I just want somebody to come in and be like, I'll take care of everything. You don't have to do anything anymore except for look pretty.
100%. Or have something
like
that gives back to you, just something that fills your cup up again. And sometimes we have like, the things that help, but it's not enough. And we need more of that support. I think that's a big element of it. And I know when I was sharing with you, my feeling is a little bit more in the denial. I'm going to own it. I just was thinking, well, maybe in a new city, I'll get the work, I'll get the contracts, I'll get to, be a preferred vendor. Like I can, do this in a bigger way, and holding out for it basically, and not being ready. I don't have another way of saying that. Like it sucks. I'm just gonna own it. Like it sucks that like my calling didn't get to live out the dream I had for her, like it's kind of like in that relationship, you envision the home, you envision the wedding, you envision the kids, and that gets wiped clean. And it's just, it's a grieving process, right? Mm-hmm. So for me, I just want to own and acknowledge for everyone in the last few episodes, I've been under this rock carrying this to try and have one foot in and one foot out. Like, am I Iconic Details? Am I the co-host on this show? Like, how do I show up for people? Mm-hmm. And it's been hard. It's like a split of identity, right? And when Ronnie was so generous and was like, why don't we take a pause from this show? I was like, I don't want to. Like, I love this. This is our, like, if anybody watches it, like, it's a wild bonus. We just do this for our own bliss and fun, to be honest. Yeah. And we love that it brings value to others, but at the same time, if it didn't, and we were talking to ourselves every week, like I'd still fucking do
that already. So
yeah, I'd be like, meh. And I think just the denial and grief of it. And those that have been around me and are in my close circle, they know and are saying things like, it's not over, it's not dead, it's just going to be in a new way. And don't get me wrong, I can go high vibe on this. I know, I do. Mm-hmm. The next will be bigger and better. I know that. And I know when I'm there and I'm telling you guys what the next is, I would be like, oh my God. And then I would be like, I can't believe I was like about it. But it's hard in the moment, right? And as you said, that paralysis, it's been hard for me. I made this decision for everyone to know. I took it off, but last month, I think 5/9, May, March. What are my months? Last month?
It was May.
Thanks. Yeah. Still don't know those in order, people. Like that is not going to get me through that interview process, but whatever. May 9th. I called time of death in the most incredible way. I had one of my original coaches, mentors, whatever you want to call it, Shauna Van Bogart. Damn, she's always going to be Mackenzie to me, whatever. She asked me like, what if it's just unfigure outable? Like, what if you have tried all of the options, but it's just unfigureoutable? And it cracked me open in a way that I was able to know, like, I know I have tried all the ways to do it, to achieve it. And now I just had an epiphany. Also too, when we do the vision verification and we like look at our visions and we're like, was this told to me or was this my vision? Now I'm kind of wondering if this
hate it when you're
hustle,
in my head like this.
I know, right? It's like now I'm
Yes.
wondering if this the vision I had was ever even my own vision, the make the millions. I very much had a vision that's the hustle culture vision for it. And I wonder if this incarnation is actually the vision for it. Because, when you'll tell me things like this, like tactic isn't yours or something.
Is it your
I'm
strategy
like,
or somebody else's for you?
wow, I think I literally think I may have dedicated 10 years to the hustle culture, more is more, all that thing dream, and cock blocked the actual
Your vision.
Yeah, whoa.
I wasn't going to go exactly in that same direction, but I was going to go in a direction that is a Shauna exercise that she does, where you kind of list all of the dreams you've ever had and then have to go back and reassess them of like, in this moment, are they aligned with me or are they not aligned with me anymore? And I think that this is an exercise in that for you of like, this was my vision and this was my dream. And in this stage of my life and right now, it is not aligned anymore. It's okay. Like, I don't, like, there are lots of visions I had when I was in my 20s that today are not aligned anymore, but you stick with them because you're like, I made the commitment and I'm going to make it happen.
And I happen to be a little competitive and committed and like, I might be like 98% DNA Phoenix and then that 2% pit bull, because man, I latch on to things. I really do. Out of loyalty, out of integrity, out of all the reasons, but that's that. So all of that to just say, like, this is, I like me. I like who I am, how I am, the way I am. I also think I bring an invaluable asset to the table in my creativity and my vision and how I connect the dots and the work that I've done. I stand behind. It's been incredible. And I loved every project and I've loved the journey. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I fought for this damn thing for a long time. I've loved it. And I'm excited to see what I'm becoming. Because while I wish I could have some thing, like I said in the second quote, the courage is not knowing the outcome. I wish I could say I had more clarity on it, but Ronnie and I have, and massive shout out to Audra Micah, one of my past clients, the right fit has helped me revise my resume. Haven't done that in 10 years. So I'm going to be putting that out. I'm going to be contacting a lot of people in my network and just telling them I don't know, today wording, I'm up for grabs, like recruit me. I don't know. Like, I feel like a polo player that's like trying to make her team. Like, where am I? Yeah. And so it is what it is. But I also just want to say thank you to you for allowing today to be kind of this truth or just show and tell. I don't know what the hell we call this thing, but cat's out of the bag.
Yeah. And now we just move forward from here. And now
I was thinking drink and hide under my desk, but yep.
Well, I was going high vibe with that apparently, and I've been doing that a lot this week because I feel like I have no other choice. But I also I have found myself, I've done it a couple of times this week for other people, tried to be high vibe. And then I also look at myself and going, am I being toxic positivity right now? Because being human sucks at the moment.
Yeah, I had a beautiful happy hour last night. And we were in the gray area, we were recognizing our divinity and our star power and that we are all one and our words manifest and, we were there. And at the same time, we were like, adulting's overrated, just straight up. Like, I got this problem, like this is legit, yeah. So yeah, that's all.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, I've had so many of these conversations in the last month really had a lot of them in the last 2 weeks,
Yeah.
like, and not just with you. I mean, with a lot of things, like there's a ton of things work-wise going on. There's a ton of things work-wise going on with my clients. Like I haven't had a conversation with a single one of my clients that hasn't been big.
Well, and I'm having the issue of like not wanting to do my work right now because then it's over. Like it's not over, but that's how I feel. Like it's like, but then it's done. And then like, what's next, and it's like,
So you're
I have
procrastinating
some
it. Yeah.
deliverables I really need to get done for people. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been telling you jokingly, I've had the mojo and motivation of a fruit fly right now. But it's that denial and grief and all the things. But yeah, we have also, just so everyone knows, Ronnie has given me a new competition for myself. So resumes go up. I'm going to be reaching out to 3 to 5 people every day and getting out there and doing my thing. And it's weird because it's like I have such a tone of like, but I don't want to, but I do want to get to the next. I do. I just am going to do it in a little fussy kind of way until I can see that, like, there's something I'm excited about, because nothing is on the horizon or in my peripheral yet that makes me have emotions stronger than my current. I don't want to.
Yeah.
And I know I've even told you I'm being childish. Like I totally understand this, but I also,
I mean, I don't think you're being childish by any means. I think it's just a natural feeling to have. I think it is what it is. Like I had this conversation day before yesterday. I think it was like I was on the phone with one client and he had something big going on, like work-wise and personally wise. And then a second client that also had this same conversation. And then you called and we had another conversation about all of this. And I was telling somebody, I feel like people like you and me that are very doers, right? Like we jump into a project and we do what we have to do. We jump into life and do what we have to do to get it done. And since COVID, we get to COVID, the world shuts down and you have a group of people that like just fucking lose their mind and like can't do anything because they're so stalled over like what is happening. That then there's a group of people that are like, this is great, but now I can throw my hands up and not do anything for a couple of months. Great. And then you get people like you and me who are doers of things. And we're like, okay, we see this is happening. There's still shit to be done. And I guess now we're going to have to do it. Yeah. And so we spent, all through COVID, like not having emotions because we had to get things done. Oof. Right. And so you kind of bypass the emotion in the moment, and people like that then get to 2021, 2022, and 2023 and go, I have been doing all the shit you guys didn't do for the past 3 years. And now I'm tired. Now I have emotions over it because I've been suppressing them for the last 3 years. And I think that that's what you and me and all of my clients, because we're all doers, so we've tracked those people, we're all doers, are now in that stage where we're coming off of something from 3 years ago that now we're processing 100%. Because we didn't in that moment. Yeah. And so I think that's a lot of the atmosphere that's kind of happening is we're now all to the point where we're just so fucking tired from doing everything for the past 3 years and like carrying the weight of the world. And now we're like,
and
I gotta keep doing this.
It's funny. I never thought of it in that way too, but yeah, we just kept going. Like it just, and I know even as a first responder medic thing, trauma used to hit me like the day after the rescue. Right. And it would always be like random, I totally fine, cool, calm, collected. And then like 2 days later, then I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm very much that way as well. Like in a situation, like I am calm, cool, I get shit done. Like I know my brain like kicks in of like, okay, this is happening. This is what needs to happen. Like, and you just get shit done. And I'm the same way. Then like a day later, 2 weeks later, I'm like falling apart because I didn't process it in the moment because I had to get shit done.
Right.
Which is always interesting because like when I did my solar return with Aleka, actually when I did my natal return with Aleka, like that original one where they like look at your actual natal chart and your birthday, she was like, you were a missionary in a past life. Like your job was just to get shit done. Your job was not to have feelings. Your job was to get things done.
Yeah.
And you bring that into this life. So that's why in this life, my purpose in this life is to learn how to have feelings, because in a past life I didn't. So it's interesting to kind of look at how I approach situations in that moment. And I have been in the last couple of weeks finding myself doing this a little bit more too, because everybody around me is in kind of crisis mode, that I'm starting to get into that, like, okay, I need to help them fix this. I need to help them fix this. I need to help them fix this because this is my job. So like this month, I'll probably spend a lot of time doing that. And then over the summer, it's going to be a shit show for me. I mean, not that it hasn't been a shit show last month.
But with the awareness, we were how happy hours with me go. I end up gathering more and more people. Last night we met a stranger and they were going through an epic crisis. And I asked them the question. I was like, what do you need to hear right now? What support do you need right now? Like, those are the questions that we often don't ask ourselves of like, I just want somebody to say it's going to be okay. Or I just want to hear, somebody else is going through this too. So I don't feel like such a dud, or like, the support I need is to know that I have these people on call, that I can just be honest. Like, I can't get off the couch today and like Vanderpump Rules, like that's what it's doing. Like, that's where I'm at, whatever it is. But I think as helpers and givers, like we do prioritize those other people. And then unfortunately, you may or may not get to the level I'm at where you just can't focus
anymore.
No, and it's just, there's nothing left to give. Like the tank is so depleted, and it, it's not cute. It's not perfect. And I've tried my best to verbalize that and say, I am not at my full capacity, like for my friends and like the circle that, is there to support me and there to help me. But it also is showing me, are you really? Saying, like, it's interesting, and I've been talking to somebody else about his circle, and interesting who's there, who's not, and how they show up. And we last night Mika was talking about this, but doing our people math, friendly reminder, do an inventory of everyone in your life, including the cats. Like, are they adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing? Like, what are they doing in your life? And if the equation is out of balance, you got to erase some things. You got to change it up, or thank you, bless and release. And that's one of the reasons, for those of you that are now in my tea, it's been like a lingering, like after I left Portland, I was good. Like, it's a weight has been lifted off of me. I am crying out of happiness. I watch the stupid sunsets and message you, poor thing, photos of my stupid sunsets. Like, I love this place. I love everything about it. But there's this like weird energetic lingering. Like, it wasn't a clean cut. It just, there was some like stringy, or I don't know, it just kind of like lingering feels. And so I'm very excited to try this Reiki session tonight, see the intention of that. While it is I don't know, not local or whatever, then I'm going to be saging. I'm going to be intentional. I'm going to be sitting with my idea of my next, what I'm looking for, really focused on the feel of once I get through this and have that, what it'll be like. And yeah. And I'm excited. I hope I just have good news and like a really awesome opportunity to tell everybody, like, this is what I'm doing now. And then we'll have that to talk about on the show and fun stuff. We still have all of the experts we've got through the end of the year, well, October, right? Something like that. More experts for you guys to meet in our tribe and get to know, and all the things. But yeah, so
yeah, I mean, and I guess that's kind of where we go. Okay, well, now you get us. and not just professional us. You know, like, I mean,
Yep.
can we talk about the drag show I went to last night? Like,
Absolutely.
I mean, it was just like, it was just so much fun. Well, and I will say, like, this is another topic that's just happening in the world. It is Pride Month.
Yes.
So like, shout out to, you know, to equality for everybody really is, you know, what it comes down to. But, and that's part of the reason it's one of the local neighborhoods, communities here within Pride Month was having a whole week long of like shows and parties and parades and all kinds of stuff. And so like one last night was, so it was a drag show, but it was more like a pageant. And so it was a lot of, you know, drag queens and anybody, and drag is one of those very interesting things that I didn't actually realize until in the last few years when I've met more people in that industry. It's an entertainment industry.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, there are drag queens that are women that play women, and we have one last night. He's a straight guy, like I've full on drag makeup and has won this pageant 3 years in a row. Yeah. You know, so like, it doesn't have to be it isn't what people traditionally think it is. It's really just more entertainment, but damn, they look good.
I know it's just rude in my. I'm always like, I got nothing to contribute.
You know, like in our reality show.
Better than myself. Thank you so much. Like, can I have a lesson? Do you consult?
Well, I was going to say, in our reality show, when this happens and we have a reality show, I think we should do things that like we go and have drag queens show us how to put on makeup, and we go and like
like a drag makeover. Yeah.
And we like go learn really weird things.
Yeah. I
want to do that.
No, I want to do that too. And interesting enough, I have a few people here that I think do drag, and we should totally set that up too. That'd be fun. But also, last night, Mika and I were talking about henna, you know, my little project about body art henna, or no, wait, body chain henna art. Sorry, words. These are real people, by the way.
Yeah.
That's legit.
This is legit a mimosa day. I poured it out of a can, but it is one. It is not coffee, I promise.
Okay, side note, what is this can thing? I need to understand this because I looked for it. So is it literally, it says mimosa?
Yeah, it's mimosas and it's champagne and orange juice in a can. And I poured it into my Real Housewives.
I don't know how I missed it because I was at the grocery store and
I might not have had it.
It's a fabulous problem, but they have a great selection. Okay. I looked at all the cans and I saw everything but like margaritas, beers, spritzers.
I have never seen it before. I got it for my birthday. I don't know where Jim got it.
Okay.
I'll have to ask him. Yeah. I'll ask him where he found it.
It's actually sponsorship for us.
I know. Actually, this one is really good. Like,
my first one before it's now just champagne was a guavosa, which is guava juice instead of orange juice with champagne, and it's good, but the juice is over there. So now
I will say I do like a Scarlet.
What's that?
What a Scarlet is? Champagne and cranberry juice.
Okay.
It's called a Scarlet.
Cute.
Yeah. I do like those too.
I tried to order a gin and ginger ale last night, and I never usually have to specify gin or what it is or anything. And the waiter got so confused, I just went with Chardonnay. It was like, there's 2 parts, gin and ginger ale. What do you want? I was like, just well is fine. Do you want this, that, whatever? And it was like a whole thing. And he's like, gin and tonic. And I was like, no, gin and ginger ale. And then he was out of ginger ale. He's like, how about ginger beer? And I was like, let's just do Chardonnay. And then
how are you a bar out of ginger ale?
Best decision I made. That man, whoever was pouring me, it was goblet status, not like a normal pour. This thing was ginormous, and I genuinely appreciate it. And then the waiter really liked us and kept buying us drinks. So anyways, it was a good Wednesday night.
Okay. I mean, I had a good Wednesday night. I went to a drag show.
It was good. No, but I like drag. I also like the RuPaul. I also have to say, in the LGBTQ, whatever it is now, respectfully, because I don't know all the things, but let's just go with the community.
Yeah, community.
I love the power of identity it is so potent. They may not walk in with hair, makeup, body that represents their core essence or their drag persona. But man, the potency, clarity, and knowingness from the name to the mannerisms to the fashion, it is one of the most inspiring things ever. And I know when I kind of lose my sense of self or identity, hashtag right now, it's so fabulous to hang out with, specifically, I'm going to go with this bracket of this, but my gays. They just know how to see you and talk love into you and get you back feeling like you have a clue of who you are when like in the morning you look in the mirror and you're like,
well, I think that this really kind of, we had this conversation over the weekend. They're a community of people that are very self-aware.
oh yes.
And you and I are also very self-aware. And so that's why we lean on that and we resonate with that, because we are also that way. But because they're in a community that they're in, they're very self-aware. And so we and them have hard times dealing with people that are not.
Oof. Yeah.
I do it. Like, you get people that are, they're just not self-aware, and then you got to make small talk, and I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. Like, I'm at the age now where I'm like, I need depth, not small talk.
Yeah.
Like, I don't necessarily need to be friends like you and I are friends, but I don't want, it's a waste of my time for us to talk about the weather.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I have to say how refreshing last night was. Like one thing I am doing is I'm kind of, because I did my people math, I realized there were people I needed to spend more time with and invest more energy into. And so last night, Mika, we met up for happy hour, and oh my God, the depth. We even, okay, don't be jealous. Please don't be jealous. But we came up with our own little handshake where we're yin and yang, and we like, meh. It was really cute. But I mean, talk about like where she has things she doesn't like, I like, and then vice versa. Yeah. So like, she was like, I don't like mushrooms. And I was like, great, I love mushrooms. So more for me. And then like, I don't like this. And she loved it. And I was like, great, more for you. And like, it was just cute and really very self-aware, very in the spiritual awakening that we are. And just, it was so refreshing, and then it's not drama. Like, and I think that's the thing. I think I stir up drama when I'm around people that are not self-aware, because it's like, they can't compute. They're so in the machine. They're so in the programming that God forbid I act out of turn. It's almost like the entire system's like antibody, kill it.
Right.
Like, oh, I think I realized that last night, because I'm still going through all the same shit, but got none of the reaction I've received from others.
Right. I mean, but, but I think that, that is a good kind of lesson to learn, in that we just need to surround ourselves with people that are self-aware.
Yeah.
That's our tribe.
Grace, bless and release those that don't make the cut.
Right.
It's not either of you. Like, there's no fault with you or them. It's just, that's not
how I choose.
Yeah, exactly. So it's interesting, but I don't know. I love that the drag show was fun. Did you have a queen that you loved the most, or was there a personality? Or
I will tell you, the host, there were two, there were actually co-hosts, but one of the hosts, like, she is legit level professional drag queen. She was amazing and fucking gorgeous. Like, I was like, and she had like the big blonde hair, and I was just like, I want to be you when I grow up.
Maybe you can get into drag. Maybe that's your new hobby is.
I want to be you when I grow up. And she was very good. And
I feel like your drag name would be like Emerald or something. Smoky Emerald.
Something like that. Yeah. But they have this level. I mean, they're just performers. And so like, they're funny, they have great comedic timing. They know how to work the audience, she was just amazing. But then she had these moments of vulnerability too that just made it even better, because so I was saying, the one guy that's won like 3 years in a row is actually a straight man. But he is the one that started, so he owns a restaurant in that neighborhood community, and he started Pride Week with a friend of his that is gay. And so she then, once he did his performance, and then they you do like the interview session. And so she was asking him about like, why did you start this? Like, what's the story behind this? And so he kind of went into the story about it and was so genuine and beautiful. And then she was so genuine and beautiful about it. Like, it was just amazing, like, which then makes it more endearing for all of them. And you're just like, I'm here for this. Like,
it's true authenticity, and it's potent authenticity. And that's what I mean when I say the identity that they have, the persona that they have. That was one thing that I always struggled with in the beginning of my business, of like personas. People thought it was a facade, like acting or fake, or, the misconception of persona. And I really meant it just as another word of authenticity and identity. Combined, kind of. And charisma too. Let's not forget charisma. But yeah, it's a fabulous community. They're so loving.
Well, she was so like at the top of the show. Her husband actually was there helping. So each performer in the pageant they were raising money for local LGBTQ charities. And so like, that's how they won. The one with the most money raised for charity then wins the pageant. That's what it was. But her husband was helping, and he was kind of like getting everybody's money to try and count it, to kind of keep it all going. And so at the top of the hour, she made this joke about being married for like 13 years. And he pipes up and he was like, "Nuh-uh, you've only been married for 2 days." And so they had gotten married this week for Pride Week. But they'd been together for 13 years.
Gotcha.
So it was this funny joke of, she made this funny joke of like, how marriages get boring after 13 years. And he was like, you've only been married for 2 days.
Oh, I love that. I know.
Like, I stand corrected. We did just get married 2 days ago, but
yeah, right.
It was really cute.
Yeah, it's a great community. It's so artistic and creative and authentic and potent and just beautiful. Like, I don't have another word. And they're so opening and welcoming. And it's sad that it's not reciprocated.
Yeah. Well, and that one message that, they really drove home last night, because I mean, the crowd was super diverse, obviously, right? And so they do, clap if you're gay, a gay man, clap if you're a lesbian, like, and you like trying to kind of like fill out the group who all is here, and of course then the straight heterosexuals, and so you get that group of people clapping, and they made a distinct point of saying, you please be thankful those people are here, because we need them to help us, and so they were so inclusive in that this wasn't just about their community. This was about everybody helping people be seen and heard and equal in the world.
Which is, what it should be. When we say we want world peace, happiness, love, and whatever, it's like we have it in the LGBTQ community, and excuse me, because I know I'm mispronouncing that. There's 2 new letters that have been added on. I think it's IA. I'm not sure. And I don't mean AI. I literally mean IA. There's something new, and I want to give credit to those branches as well. So excuse me for not being, I should just Google it. But anyways, it's it's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's drama. I mean, humans are humans.
Underlined drama, like, but
there's drama, but
they always have better drama, I feel like, because it's like they got their own level of drama, and then they make shows out of it. I'm just like, all right, like,
No, anyway, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad you had fun last night on your happy hour. That's always amazing and beautiful.
I am right. LGBTQIA. Okay. I swear to God, it was a thing. Okay, we have lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered, queer, and or questioning, intersex, and asexual, aromantic, and agender. So shout out to all the letters. I wanted to be right about that. Not right about that, but like I want to know that. So it was a good time. We went to Wood, the restaurant I took you to. So we went there. a beautiful meal. I got the steak tartare though, and it just freaked me out. You know, my inner carnivore sucks sometimes, and I just couldn't quite get that. But I had the asparagus that's like life altering. Oh my God, I have a new word for us. Oh my God, Mika. Oh my God. She calls asparagus dinosaur grass. I love it. And I'm never going to be able to eat it the same. And I'm probably going to get screwed up when I go to the grocery store looking for dinosaur grass and not asparagus.
Is there a story behind that?
I don't know. She's just like, we call it dinosaur grass. And I was like,
Does she like it?
I mean, she ate bites of it. So yeah, I
Okay.
don't know that it's her favorite thing, but she
It's
ate
not
bites
mine
of it
either.
for sure. So
Yeah, it's not my
yes,
favorite either.
I would say
but-
so. I mean, I
but-
love it, but now I can't ever call it asparagus ever again. It is
Oh.
dinosaur grass.
Yep. Yep.
Dinosaur grass.
That's funny. Wow.
Like, just a good human that you can now have like inside jokes and all these
know.
things with.
Oh, well, I mean, now speaking of things that you name food that are weird, when I was a kid, like I don't love raisins. I'll eat them, but I don't love them. But as a kid, I called them busy beans.
Busy beans.
So
Okay.
in my house, raisins were busy beans.
Busy beans. Nice.
I don't know why. I have no idea why.
You know, like what are they busy doing? Like what
I
are
don't
you
know.
cute?
Busy beans.
I like that.
I don't. So there you go. Raisins are busy beans, and we have dinosaur grass now.
Oh my God. Yeah, right. Like yeah, as soon as she said, I was like, I'm keeping that forever. Thank you. Like I'm whole now. I'm whole. But yeah, we went over to Wood. We started with a cocktail. We kept getting in trouble because we were talking so much and never actually did like order. I tipped very nicely though. And then I just wanted to treat. So I treated her. And then I said, next
Nice.
time's on you. Like we'll just start the whatever.
Yeah.
Same type of bougie taste I have. Thank you so much. She wants to do henna. She has like a henna place. So she's lived, I don't know how long in this neighborhood, but in my neighborhood, she's 20 minutes, like we get just a 20-minute walk. Not even like that sounds like a lot, but I would say 10 blocks up that way. So we ended up, I don't know why, she's a grown woman, but she's your height, small. So I feel like you guys get picked up the quickest. So I walked her home. Well, you're easier to grab. Y'all small. Like just grab one. Like you're tiny. I just get those first. I'm big and tall. They won't take me. I won't fit in a trunk. Like I'm too big. Anyways. So
The way your brain works sometimes, I'm just like,
when I also seem to collect, like I think I have like, I know I have types for men, but I think I have types for friendship. Like no one that I know, even the person that we're not saying right now, she was tall. She can't be a friend because all my friends are like under 5'5", like all of them. You can't be friends with me if you're over like 5'6". Like it's not yeah. So I think she's 5'4". I mean, tiny little thing. I'm
That's
5'9". And then I was wearing heels. So I was like 6 feet last night. And so here's this little one. I was like, I'm walking you home. We were fine. I don't know what time it was, like probably 10:30. Like it wasn't super late, but it's Chicago. You need to be safe. Like walk your people
it
home.
was when you messaged me that you were home, it was almost 1 my time. So I know it was almost midnight your time.
Was it?
I'm calling you out on that one.
Yeah, I have a lake because I accidentally butt dialed somebody.
I think it was like
Midnight.
almost
You're right.
1 my time.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's great.
That's out of that. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I didn't get home
So,
until
yeah, but I was
10:30.
just like, it's dark. You're tiny. I should walk you home. So I was being a good friend. And she walks. So I was like, it can't be that far. So I walked her home and then I took a lift from her house to my house, which was like a total of like $6.
I was gonna say like,
How'd
when
know?
you say to somebody, I'm gonna walk you home because you don't want to walk, but then who walks you home? When you shouldn't
Myself
be
and I.
walking. You know,
I know.
like-
It's always work out. It's fine. I don't know. Y'all are just, it's like, I just feel like the owls are going to get you. You're tiny. They're going to look for you in the grass and just whoop and take you away. Your face. I don't know. Whatever. Here's my actual thought process. We had some great cocktails and I want to make sure people get home, you know, and if you're going to walk, I'll walk with you. And then I don't know. I'll throw a shoe. I'll make it home, whatever. But I also knew it was so close in blocks that if I grabbed a lift, it was going to be like $5. It was fine. So meow, whatever. This is our thing. We take care of everybody. Yeah. How do I get?
know.
I don't
Right.
know.
I know. I mean,
Here's with an
do
earring.
you want to know something? I would have done the same thing.
I know. Like,
You know. So.
but yeah, I didn't realize that I do have a height requirement on my friends. He must be probably
I didn't-
anyone. Do we know anyone? Okay. Umwa, she's tall, but like is anyone that's a friend of mine over 5'6"? Like seriously. And all of you have like itty bitty feet. It's cute. That's
I
okay.
mean,
I have travel size.
yes. I will say, like, the 2 boxes I got from you yesterday, I have a whole new wardrobe
Yay.
of stuff they're sitting back here. I don't know where I'm gonna put it off.
So fabulously happy that that white dress fit you, because it was like suffocating on my arms. I could not fit into that. Thank you that I will be losing weight soon, and all of this is just going to fly. Get it again.
It fits a little bit on the big side for me, but fits.
That's all that matters.
I mean, that's not a bad problem.
It is better than squeezing death out of you.
Yeah. Because at first, like when I held it up, I was like, I don't know, this is gonna fit me. But then when I put it on, I was like, oh, it's more. There's more room in it than I thought there was.
Definitely have to steam that one or like get the wrinkles out. But it's cute. It's cute
really cute,
and it's like
it's really cute. It is. You know, it's one of those ones I would have not bought it for myself.
Wow, that's what we should do. Our next Shein cards, we should buy each other like a round of like $100 of Shein shit and just send it. So I wouldn't have bought this for myself, but I love it. That would be funny. Well, we have the exact same styles. That's why I'm actually offering.
Pretty much. I mean, pretty much.
I love that. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I gotta figure out. I'm gonna have to now go through all my stuff again. You might get a box.
I'm okay. Yeah, send it to me. I'll even take the small stuff because I'm gonna be skinny and cute in no time. Just wait, y'all. The grosse baleine means whale in French is no longer gonna be a thing. Got to go. Ready to get the beluga off of me.
You're lifting so much heavy weight of your things in your life right now, so that should now be easy.
Guys, this is why she's my bestie. What the fuck? So much heavy shit. It's true. No, I did eat myself here. There's been some stress and there's been some fabulous charcuteries. And I mean, I remember every bite. It was fabulous, but life needs to change. So I have all new cute little habits. I have done all my workouts. I've been doing my yoga, my walking, and my HIIT trainings. HIIT almost killed me, but that's fine. For those of you that don't know, I have a little heart palpitation that flutters a little too hard. And I'll get it checked out at some point. At this point, I just feel like at least I have a heart.
I'll get it checked out at some point.
I don't even have hearts. At least mine shows up and is present. And I was like, wow, too much. Doing absolutely nothing, but it's fine. Nearly passed out in the shower the other day. Got so I was like, ah. I sat down, don't worry. And I'm getting a new bath mat. I need your help with that too. Black or white. We'll see. All right, people, that is today's episode of Mimosa Hotline. First and foremost, just thank you for holding space for me today. If you have connections or opportunities you think that would be great, pass them my way. Appreciate the vulnerability of this. We are who we are, and we're going to show up that way. Business, personal, our happy hour conversations, new friends that are under 5'7", whatever it is. We will show up for you. And I think we'll definitely start bringing mimosas. This was good.
I didn't even get all the way through this one.
Girl,
I know. I do have a 2:00 client. So
I know you said that.
I don't know. I mean, I think she's cool, but
I'll just tell her, hey, bring a drink and then equal playing field.
I need my brain to work.
Oh, one mimosa. Come on.
Actually, one mimosa might make it work better.
Yeah, if I'm designing, for sure. Anyways, all right, we're gonna call it. But any final thoughts, questions, concerns, emotional outbursts? No.
I mean,
we'll see.
I'm excited to see what the future holds.
Me too.
For both of us.
Me too.
And the show and everything.
Yeah, and leave us in comments or send us your mimosas or tell us what you're doing. Like, it really does make our day. We love it, and we hope we're of value to you guys. Like, regardless, we're going to do this, but it would be great if you feel like it's really nice when you ladies share and like discuss, and
hopefully it gives people courage to also look at things that they might need to make decisions on too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Bye.